All right, good morning, good day. Welcome back to the African Crypto Warlord. We are doing round 2 of community requests today. Today is SUI. And I don't know what it does. Do I give a shit? Not really. It seems like it does what every other shitcoin is trying to do. But if you do invest in it, well, then here you go. Here's your technical analysis, quantitative analysis. All right, so long story short, we're going to start on the 21 day. We'll get into these levels. And yeah, we'll also recap dupe and in my Discord, links below, and links to Alpha Trading tools, the tools that I'm using, also a Discord link to get access to those things. So we're going to start on the 21 day and work our way down. Okay, long story short, there is no volatility here on the 21 day, but we will just say outlier event did occur here up in this $1.70 region. Any closes below $1.68, we do look for an initial touch to $1.17. Okay, any of these numbers that I say, write them down. And you'll see that the confluence gets tighter and tighter, and if any of them match up, well then there you go. There's a highly probabilistic target. Okay, any closes below $1.6524, we do look for a touch to $1.40. Furthermore, pretty much a $1.02. There is mean reversion coming through on the downside here. So just off of this posturing that I see here in the DLP, I will be looking at least somewhere in this range of a $1.50 to a $1.40 target. So let's go see if we can define that or see what stops that. We're dropping in here now. Any closes below this green line on the top right, which is $1.60, just call it $1.61, gets you to a $1.38 move. Now, what's going to make this true? Let's click on that. This candle closing below here allows for this mean reversion play to play through. DLP is wanting to continue its stride to the downside. ALR is getting a little bit choppy. So I would just say it's going to be consolidating, at least on the 7-day time frame. Let's see if there's anything lower that's going to stop that consolidation. All right, still nothing as of yet. Technically, this thing is running to the downside, $1.50. So we do have a $1.50 target in here, which is a good place to have a consolidation level at, as I could put in like hidden bull divs. So DLP continues to mean revert to the downside as long as it stays below 1678. But I'll say on the next 5-day print, this becomes a zone of liquidity. So it can fall to $1.50, but I would be looking for it to pull back in here. And if it is bearish, that's when it's going to be a lower high. So just call it like 5 to 10 days from now. I do expect it to come back into this $1.68 region. Just to blow off anything, or if it holds above there, look for a good continuation. So what do we have here? Now we have 3-day, finally getting some volatility in here. That's good. Contraction was positively correlated. It does look to be trying to pick itself up here. Any closes below these orange lines. Is it going to show? I actually need to bring them forward. I need to click on that one. I can just do it off the dot. Actually, $1.60, looking for continuation down to $1.34. Any closes above $1.60, again, it sends itself into a mean at $1.72 with an opportunity for a lower high again up here. So you're going to need some serious volatility to kick this thing through and send it back up into its $2 range. Contraction was positively correlated. Let's see if the lower term time frames. All right, this thing's officially in dump mode. We have low downside targets that we will show if it can't hold that pink line that you saw in the beginning. Okay, it's officially in dump mode. Any closes below here in the next 8 hours below said orange line. Any closes below said orange line in the next 8 hours, $1.61. I do look for continuation down. Hidden bear, DLP pulling through. ALR sure did hit its region, and blue flash isn't switched off. Okay, turn that off. This one's same thing, dump mode. It's going to take a lot of work to get it above $1.61. Let's put this other reverse wave tendy on. It is on. Why aren't you showing? Control Z. Come on, please load for me. Thank you so much. Trap if it is to pull in to $1.62. Okay, It's getting a little bit bearish here on SUI. We will define it here on this cone when we get back to it. Given dump mode is actually curling off on the 6 hour, there is mean reversion through. All right, where's this bottoming structure saved? It's technically being saved here at this pink line at $1.58. Any closes above $1.58? Sure, I will get bullish into maybe a $1.71. If it clears that, back into mean reversion. As you can see, still setting lower highs no matter which target we pull out here. Even this one at a $2. So it does, if it can hold above this pink line, your general observation is just draw it. If it holds above this pink line into this region here, $1.72. Now we're going to say the downside from here is the blue, and make that big, is the blue. So we'll just watch it on the right. Where does it stop? Just below. Okay, get rid of this thing and delete. Cool. So that is about the range bound targets that I would be looking for. I need to switch that thing off. I hate these drawing tools. Never draw. All right, quite a big range. Did it hit this blue in its lifetime? It did, unfortunately. Let me make this big. Oh, it actually didn't. So it might have the opportunity to actually hold above this pink range that we see here. Okay, did it hit this blue in its lifetime? It didn't hit those blues. So if it's holding above $1.50, all right, that's quite a big move. I'm going to have to hide those now. If it is holding above $1.50, then I look at this thing to still technically be in a range of quite a big range here, but a range from $1.50 into $2. Now this, if it breaks here, I immediately look for, just call it this line down here at $1.08. Okay, it's bullish. Is it bullish? It's actually in a bearish range. It denies its bearish range at $1.82. So it breaks above $1.82. It's a long-term play for the upside. If it carries on closing below this mean here, failing, it's technically in a slow downtrend. Okay, so we need to wait for volatility to exhaust itself. What you're looking here for is something called a book flip, which is when volatility is expanded in the dump mode, and then volatility starts to contract, and this thing gets up here into the positive correlation. Then it's going to be a whole bunch of slow candles down. So next candle, you might have a bottoming structure form of 1 6 hour. Okay, that is correct. Is this correct? Did I set this one? I didn't set this one. We don't actually need to do this one. Oh, that's a bit far. Was it on the money? It's on the money. So 23, sorry, this should have been done earlier. It's the dupe coin. All right, 23, load, baby. We're in the same place we are. Pink line here. Let me make this big. Okay, cool. Any closes above $1.58, you can look for another push to $1.66. What's going to stop this initially is this target here on the 3 hour. You need to close above this region. Okay, if you start closing above that region, it does have the opportunity to mean revert at least into the normal cone. Okay, so there's a bottoming structure coming in on the 3 hour. Here's the 90-minute hitting its Laplace distributions. Contraction was positively correlated. How long until this closes? 1 hour. So maybe 1 hour worth of floating here. Closes below $1.58. I do look for those downside targets, which we've demarcated earlier. All right. This is still in a dump mode on the 45 minutes. It has 15 minutes left in order to do so. Now, if this shitcoin can pull out, this is a target I'm looking for. $1.76. If it can start to hold above these means here. Tomorrow there's going to be a daily VRE print somewhere in here. So that could add a drive of hidden bear to stop that. Oh, I actually need to drop this one. Sorry, not $1.76, but if it can hold above here, I do look for a push by the end of the week to $1.73. Okay, that will be in my book. What do we got here? Same effect, demarcated, that's cool. Still in a dump mode here on the 15 minute. Okay, so if this thing's keeping up with its dump mode, this thing can actually slip quite hard. What do I want to do? I want to go define some bottom side targets, some untouched bottom side targets. All right, can't really see anything here. Seems to have cleared them. Pretty healthy. That's actually pretty good little run up. So not a lot of front running has happened on SUI Coin. There's an untouched. Why does this do this to me? Okay, so an untouched here. We're going to put a horizontal ray. Wow, it's just like dupe, man. Down in the 68 cents region. Anything else? Anything else? Yo, mad. Okay. Yeah, so pretty much setting up like dupe. Zoom out, put it on this one. Zoom out. Oh, it should reflect across all charts. That is quite a serious drop if it does start failing this 6-hour cone that we have here. So those lines that we saw to the bottom side, that's when that happens. This is when it starts failing $1.50. Okay, gets bearish from there. As you can see, quantified, it's sitting in our cone maybe 10 days away from now. And going back to our 5-day, 5 days mean reverting to the downside. All right, so that's like your last hopium. Here's again $1.50, same region on the cone. If you found this information helpful, please do like and subscribe, as yeah, we throw out some pretty good fucking targets. I'm not here to make us look like idiots, especially not alpha trading. I love this. Let's get to it. Failures below 162 could be for intraday, maybe have to wait 24 hours. I am looking for tomorrow daily VRE to print somewhere in this region. As such, it could be a magnet, which it's trying to play out to now. Let's see if that 90-minute is turning around. 45 minutes still in dump mode. Still in dump mode. Needs to get above this candle in order for it not to be in dump mode. Contractions positive correlated. So it might be an intraday pump coming off of this thing. As with all this negative drift in the book, I am looking for a lower high. Let's just be silly and draw some TA. All right, and as we draw this TA line, where am I looking for that lower high? Pretty much right here, $1.611. Haha. That's how I use TA and a quant analysis together, if you guys ever wondered. All right, much love. African Crypto Warlord out. Oh, Jupiter. Here's Jupiter. So this is the video from the morning. Quick little update. Range to range. We sort of got into this range. I prefer it to touch perfectly on the pink lines. As such, I'm going to guess Jupiter's tomorrow daily range is more than likely going to be sitting, do a halfie from here. It's going to be sitting somewhere in here. Okay. And yeah, same lower highs, given there's a lot of negative drift in the book. Okay. Much pow. Stay wow. African Crypto Warlord out. That's the one I need. Not that one. This one.